What is going on, everyone? Today I am going to teach you how to get past Ante 12 and how to play endless with some Balatro endgame strategies. So in Balatro, in endless, the score requirement is going to rise exponentially, which means you need to match that score and be lifting your score exponentially as well. The way to get exponential scoring is by re-triggering Molt. So if you have, let's say, times 2 to the 15th power by having several things that are timesing by 2, like re-triggering glass cards, using idle, or let's say the Baron Mime build, you can start to match this scoring. And I really think where Balatro kind of falls off a cliff for most runs is that 300 million mark in Ante 12. You're not really going to be able to hit 300 million with 99.9% of your traditional builds that may have like Blackboard and Hologram, even some of that scaling X Molt, like the Hologram I just mentioned, or even York, for example. Really, once you get to Ante 12, there's two valid strategies in my mind. One is re-triggering Molt in the scoring hand, and one is re-triggering Molt in your held in hand. So we'll go after the scoring hand first. The key here would be something like an idle. Idle gives ×2 to a specific card in your deck. It picks a specific card from said deck. So if you are able to change your whole deck into King of Hearts, for example, it will always pick the King of Hearts. That's something that is different than Ancient Joker, and why I think Ancient Joker is not really a valid strategy for the end game. With Idle, you want to pair it with something that can re-trigger that ×2 on the card. Think something like Hack if you have 2, 3, 4s, or 5s as the card you're building towards, or Sock and Buskin if you're building towards Jack, Kings, or Queens. There are also other examples of this. Chad can give you a little bit of re-triggering for that first card play. Photograph can do the same thing by giving ×2 to the first face card. There's also Seltzer in the game, which can be a temporary solution if you need to score more points by re-triggering. Of course, there are glass cards, red seals, a whole host of things that can re-trigger those scoring cards and give it ×Molt. But you want to find some combination of that and some stable combination of that if you want to go long into endless, but especially if you want to be Ante 12, you got to figure out how to get that multiplicative Molt. So basically timesing by 2, timesing by 1.5 several times over. The other endgame strategy that is very common is the classic Baron Mime, and I would argue the strongest way to play, especially if you want to try and reach all the way to the end of Balatro in Nan Inf in Ante 39. It's going to take a lot. We're not going to talk about that in this video, but a valid endgame strategy for that and for just Ante 12 is Baron Mime. So Baron gives each king ×1.5 Molt, and Mime re-triggers held in hand abilities. So if you have a chariot on a king, that chariot gives ×1.5, but Baron also does that. Mime will then re-trigger those held in hand abilities, and you can start scaling. And two jokers that are at the center of both these strategies that I do want to highlight, you probably see this coming, it is Blueprint and Brainstorm. And the reason these are so key is because they can be used to give a second copy of your Baron, of your Mime, of your Idol, of your Sock and Buskin. And now this is how we're re-triggering several times in one scoring hand and re-triggering the Molt several times. I have a video, I'll link it down below, that kind of goes over how scoring works with Baron and Mime, or Idol and Sock and Buskin. It's a definitive guide of how to use your blueprints and brainstorms for these kinds of runs. So I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty details, at least in this portion. You can watch that video down below. But what we are going to do is play a normal run, completely unseeded, at random, and I'm going to talk you through how I would approach it with the thought in mind that I want to achieve Ante 13 and beyond with said run. I'm not going to use Plasma Deck, as I do think it's, I don't want to say cheating, but a lot easier on Plasma Deck. We're going to use a deck with kind of normal scoring, and let's get started. So for this example, I'm going to use a Magic deck. I think it's become my favorite deck to play. It was my favorite early on Balatro, and I've found my love for it again. I just love having the Crystal Ball voucher right away. First of all, it's a voucher I now don't need to get later in the game, and it gives me 3 consumable slots, and I think the coolest feature is having these 2 fools to kind of shape your run right away. Like every kind of white stake run or even gold stake run, we're going to go ahead and attempt to one-shot this small blind. We need a queen to do so, or we can get a 10, jack, ace, or queen. I don't know if that was the most optimal way to discard, but we got our straight, so I'm not going to question it. We one-shot this blind, and we are off and running. One thing that's very important with endgame in mind is you need to get that economy rolling early. Almost think of it like a gold stake run. If you're trying to get to ante 13, 14, 15, and beyond, you need to think of it as a gold stake run in the way that you need to get every ounce of efficiency out of every single shop and blind that you can. It is very important. And as you learn to get more and more out of these shops, out of your jokers, out of scoring, and get that economy rolling, it'll be easier to find the key components like a Baron, a Mime, Idol, what have you, tarot cards, for example. And that'll just make it a lot easier. It makes it much easier to go to ante 30 plus, ante 13 plus, and you'll eventually learn that you could pretty much do it every single game on white stake. Now, I may learn to regret those words if I mess up this run, but it's really true. I can never resist a spectral pack in the first round. That was a mistake. We're not even going to grab anything out of it. What I am going to do is nothing. I'm just going to go into the next round because I do want to get that handy voucher. So we just need to play 2 flushes on the big blind and we will be fine. Hopefully there's a nice tarot card in the shop to utilize these fools on, but if not, that is fine. Let's go for clubs as our second flush, and we get it, and we're going to be out of here. Now, while I would love to save up for interest, I do think handy voucher is one of the best vouchers in the game. Giving you that extra hand gives you economy throughout the whole thing, so I am going to grab it right away, and we're going to go into this big blind without any scoring help, and it is the hook, so it's a little scary. But right away, we do have a straight that we're going to play, and we're just going to need one more high scoring 5-card hand to get us the rest of the way. We could use some kings and nines for another straight. We do have a flush here. I'm just going to go ahead and play that, especially with the hook. That's going to discard hands or cards when I play hands, so I can't really use my hands as discards. Trading card is one of the best jokers for setting up an endless run because you're going to get that deck thinning. I'm going to first open up this Arcana pack to maybe start getting something out of these fools, and unfortunately I didn't get anything that I want for these fools. A little concerning here because I'm going to be going into this small blind with no scoring help, but gosh darn it, we're going to figure it out. So I'm going to snap off this 3. We're going to look for a club flush. We're going to get it. We could always use one of the fools for the Hierophant if we absolutely need to. So we kind of have a little bit of a way out in that way. We're going to go ahead and play this full house. Not going to score a ton, but enough that the next flush or straight should win for us. Let's check. We have a decent amount of hearts. Let's go ahead and look for one more heart. And we found it. So this is what I mean, getting the most out of everything. I don't even have any scoring jokers right now, and I'm able to get past the small blind in ante 2. And I'm able to put all my resources towards things for setting up the endless run later. I really don't want to go into the next round with no scoring jokers, but that looks like what's going to happen. So I am going to level up my straights. And the one thing I am doing a very poor job of in this run so far is that economy management. I shouldn't have opened up that spectral pack, and you can see now how one tiny mistake like that can actually really have a substantial long-term effect on your economic value for the entire run. But we just need 2 straights here, and I need a 6 or an ace. We do get the 6. We'll play 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This may not be enough because it's such a low end straight. Unfortunate. So we lose $1 there by having to play an extra hand. But we make it out alive. We got $10. Praying for something good in this Arcana pack. And there's 2 ways for me to go about this. I could Hangman and really start to deck thin. But I do think a fun way to use your fools on Magic deck, not the most optimal way, is on Judgment. And this card alone is going to be enough, so I'm actually not even going to use the fools on that. Again, yes, I should be building up economy, but 6 cents is fantastic for setting up endless runs, giving you a spectral card and deck thinning all in one. So that's what we're going to do. And fun fact, I do believe even when 6s are debuffed, they still give you the 6 cents ability. So we're going to go ahead and ship that. And yes, we get a talisman. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the king. That will be a king we hopefully build towards. So Jack 10, 8, 7. I'm going to discard all those. Still kind of looking for the straight, but don't really need it. Ideally, I just get another king out so I can play this king. I'm going to go ahead and throw away this hand. It is going to give me 15 molten 50 chips, so it's almost all the scoring I need. And in that case, I'm just going to play this king. So, already down to 48 cards, thanks to trading card, thanks to 6 cents. We have a nice king to build towards, and the economy is starting to come along. With that said, we are just going to go next, and we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to snap off another 3. We're going to discard looking for a 6. We'll play these kings when we're ready. We didn't find a 6, so instead I'm just going to play this full house with the kings with the gold seal. We'll get 15 molten 50 chips from this nice mystic summit from a judgment. And we have our 3,000 points. And now our economy is rolling. We're in a place that I can even open up an Arcana pack. Look at us now. And this is kind of the dream for these fools. So you get $20, and you get another $20, and you get another $20, and all of a sudden, we're in a very, very good place. I can even afford to re-roll. Let's look at the boss line. Do we need Luchador for anything? Probably not. We could get a hologram for scoring. Maybe, if needed. An egg is a little bit of basically a piggy bank of value. So we'll take that. I'm going to take Pluto because I ideally want to build towards Baron Mime. I think it is the best kind of end game strategy to build towards. And we're going to go next. We have enough scoring with this plus 15 and everything. I'm going to snap off a 7. I'm going to play this 6, get a spectral card. It's a Deja Vu. That is wonderful. I'm actually going to hold on to this in case we get a polychrome king or gold seal king that we want to put it on. I'm going to discard now. We need to get to 0 discards for Mystic Summit to really give its effect. We'll play this 4 of a kind of 10s. Yes, I would love to play the gold seal, but it's not absolutely necessary. Value up on the egg, which will improve our temperances. So we have 2 6 left. At this point, I'm okay giving up 6 cents if I find something that's really solid. I'm going to open up the Mega Standard Pack, looking for seals, looking for enhanced, mainly polychrome, or addition, that is, additioned kings. Nothing there I really want. I could grab a 6 to give me another spectral card. It's tempting. I think I'm just going to skip for now and continue to deck thin. I am going to re-roll a little bit. We'll add that hanged man. Balatro University has a chokehold on my vocabulary when it comes to this game. Oof. I will get rid of the magician. I will grab this emperor, and we will go next. So we're going to snap off another 3. We're going to delete 2 8s. We're going to use the emperor. We are going to discard all this. I ideally think I want to make a different king gold. And now I'm going to make it red seal. We are going to play this 6, which will give us another spectral card. That is amazing in the fact that we will make one of our other kings a purple seal. And now we have basically all the seals you could ask for. Here, we'll play a pair of 4s. Ship it. This is not going to win, but it gets us about halfway there. This is a king. I will purple seal it. We now have a few kings up here. I'm just going to play these cards. And it is trip kings. Beautiful. Enough points, and we're out of here. We're going to now need a little bit more scoring as we continue to build our deck in the right direction. Let's go ahead and check that boss blind. This one can be a little bit stinky. We only have 1/6 left. I do think I'm okay selling 6 cents for Luchador, just in case we get put in a bad spot. Hologram can go. We will grab the family. We're definitely going to grab Paintbrush Voucher. I should have opened up this Buffoon pack before I bought the family. That was my mistake. Yeah, we're going to get rid of Luchador and just find a way to deal with that boss blind. Mail-in rebate is fantastic. Lastly, I'm going to open up the Celestial pack just to give me a little bit more scoring, maybe with the full houses, for example. And we will go next. So 5,000 points. We're starting to get, you know, a little high up there in terms of how many points we need. I do need to get rid of 2s if I can. There's only 1 left in the deck, unfortunately. I'm going to go ahead and I'm debating between playing this flush or not. We would have to do another discard, so I am going to go against playing that flush. We're just going to discard this. We have the 4 of a kind, which should win. Let's ship it, because we do times by 4 here. Yeah, 13,000 points. Good. Egg is at 11. Deck is down to 40 cards. You love to see it. Let's go ahead and... A death is great. A Hane Chad can be our scoring. Mime. So many good things. So little time. Wow. Melon Rebate being on a 2 is pretty stinky. I'm going to go ahead and... I do think I want to add the Mime now. I think I'm going to sacrifice the egg to add the Mime. Because the Mime does give us some economy by re-triggering the gold seals, which I am going to highly... There is a high likelihood I death that red seal gold that we have. We also get a strength to make more kings. Alright, go next. Let's snap off a 4. We have a full house right here. I am going to play this full house. It's not going to be super effective in the scoring, but I'm really just using this as a discard. A, to hopefully find 2s, but also to find our purple seal king that we made, if you do remember. I will make another gold king. I am once again going to just play a hand almost as a discard in hopes of finding a 2 and finding a purple seal. We did find the purple seal. We're also going to strength a queen and a jack. I'm going to make another purple seal, or do I want to make another red seal king? We'll make another purple seal. We'll do that. We'll get rid of you two. Nothing too fancy here. Nothing on the Wheel of Fortune. Let's go ahead and take a look at the planets. Nothing too interesting there. We do have a full house here. We do have 1 more king. We have 2 more queens. I'm going to play this. We're going to play 1 more hand. And worst case scenario, we will play the full house. We'll play these 2. Play these. And we're going to ship it. And barely enough points. Again, trying to get everything I possibly can out of every blind, although that was a little close for comfort, if I'm completely honest. Go ahead, take a look at these standard packs. A blue seal is kind of cool. We do have 2 purple seals, so there's nothing I really want out of this. Nothing I want out of this, and we re-roll. Gross Michelle for another 15 molt would be nice. But instead, I think I'm going to re-roll 1 more time. I'll upgrade full house in case we don't get the 4 of a kind, and we go next. Alright, snap off a 4. A couple of my kings are not debuffed, but I don't really care that they're debuffed. It's more of just drawing 4 kings to play the 4 of a kind. That is important. go ahead and use this as a throwaway hand. See if we can find any non-debuffed queens, which there are none. So mail-in rebates could give us 0. We could get a purple seal out, which is another thing we can look at. So play this hand, get nothing. Play this hand and get nothing out of it. We do get a king. I'm a little concerned about throwing that away, but we do only have 9 cards left. Yeah, let's rather be safe than sorry. Let's discard all these. We got our kings. We could play these 4. I think it should be enough. We do have a gold king remaining, so we're just going to use this hand as a final discard. And then we are going to play you, and you. And we're going to ship it. The ×4 should be enough. It is 11,000. Plenty of money. And again, we still got to be careful on the scoring, but we're building. We are building towards those kings. Now, if we can get a few more Mars cards, that would be great. We get a death here. We'll go ahead and make another king. And it will be a purple seal king, which is just another little bonus. Dusk, that is actually a joker I failed to mention earlier that can re-trigger. It just has to be on the final hand, but in Endless, you're normally winning with one big hand. You're not going to be playing multiple hands to reach the score, so Dusk is fine. It's a very solid solution to re-triggering if you need a re-trigger solution for scoring hand. The Fool to get another death. Don't mind if I do. Faceless could be some money, but I think we'll just stick with mail-in rebate for now. Hasn't been picking the best cards, but that's okay. We will turn this for... I want to turn into that, but we're just going to discard like this. Gold. We'll make you gold. We're going to make this 4 into a red seal. I am going to well, we're going to play this. See if we can find that one of the 2 aces to get $5 out of mail-in rebate. We do have so many hands now that we can basically get through our entire deck. Beautiful. So we'll get $5 out of mail-in rebate, and we'll get something out of the purple seal. And it's a great tarot card to get. We have one more king. We're going to fish for it with only 5 cards left in the deck. We are guaranteed to get it, and that way we can get max value out of our gold seals. Alright, we are going to ship this 4 of a kind. Again, barely enough points because we definitely need to level up 4 of a kind and ideally get some other jokers. They're maybe a little bit more helpful to the cause. We could probably get rid of trading card at this point because the deck is so thinned out. Hack, if we're building towards a low-end card instead of a king, could have been an option for us. I will take the Hierophant. To block it from showing up in the Arcana pack, but it can also give us a little bit of scoring help if we're really in a pickle. Hermit, never not good. Alright, let's reroll for this Arcana. We're gonna go ahead and Emperor this. We get a Temperance, $14. Open the Celestial. I'm not going to take anything here because I really only care about Pluto and Mars cards. Sell you. Double check the boss line again. Must play 5. Yep, that's totally fine. Fine use. And we're going to go next. Snap off another 3. How many 4s do we even have? 1? Again, I don't want to say unlucky, but a little unlucky with what mail-in rebate has been choosing to pick for us. Let's go ahead and play this full house just to get a tiny bit of scoring up on the board. We'll go ahead and play this as a discard almost. Again, trying to get our kings out. We have 3 more kings. We will use this here. Actually, since we're guaranteed to be able to get every single card out, I'm just going to do this to get the 4, to get our money and a purple seal. We'll tower this 5. We don't really need it. And we get a death, which is great. We'll turn this 8 into... Probably the best card is the red seal gold king. It's probably the most ideal. Alright. We have to pick 4 here. These are probably the 4 I'm going to go with. I'm going to Hierophant just this one king. Yeah, just that one king. Go ahead and ship it. And now each one of these golds is giving us $9. 3 because of the red seal, and then 3 because of the mime. And just think about that applying to scoring. The mime is going to do that to 1.5s if we find Baron the same way it's doing it to our money. Alright, an ectoplasm. I would love to take an ectoplasm here. I really would. But the only thing I'd want to hit is mime. We could familiar. It's not the worst, but I think we just skip. Not a great pack for us. Cherry is good, and hallucination's pretty solid. I'm just gonna keep trading card for now. Don't need hallucination. Alright, we're gonna open up this jumbo. Oof. Was really hoping for a Mars card. One more reroll. Gonna buy this magician. We're a little bit under the cap, but we should be able to get plenty of jacks out. This one I'm going to devil, even though I am going to discard it. Beautiful. We have a few queens we can strengthen. We're gonna go ahead and just play this hand again, just get a few points up on the board. We are going to go ahead and strengthen these 2, and that way we can get another $5 out of mail and rebate, because we now have 2 jacks. We are going to get rid of the purple seal and ship it. Beautiful. Alright, we have 3 kings remaining. We can get them all out, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Go ahead and play this. It's literally not going to score anything. And now we only have 1 king remaining. It is a very good king, though. We can try and fish for it. Actually, we should be able to get it. There we go. Alright, so let's determine the 4 kings we're going to play. It's going to be these 4. These 2 I'm going to magician. I am going to chariot this to give us a little bit more molt, because I am concerned. Actually, I'm going to put it on a red seal. That's how kind of uncertain I am about the scoring ability of this specific hand. But luckily, we have another 4 of a kind if we absolutely have to. Alright, go ahead and ship it. Beautiful. 47,000, plenty of points. Yes, we lose out on some money there, but you gotta keep beating the antes. That is #1 priority. Palette is fantastic, especially for the Baron Mime route, because more hand size means more potential kings in your hand to do scoring. Another Mars card. Another Emperor. Beautiful. That's more tarot blocking from this Arcana, so we can get the cards we want. Still didn't get necessarily the cards we were dreaming of, but it's okay. I'm going to check the standard pack, and then we're going to go next. Nothing too interesting there. 20,000 points. We just got more than 22 with 1 4 of a kind, so we're all good on that. We're going to snap off a 7. We'll go ahead and Hierophant, but then we are going to discard this king. A hung man is wonderful. Get rid of those 9s. I think we will play this hand. Try and get the other purple seal. And discard here. I know that mail and rebates on kings, but I really want to keep these because I want to make sure I'm scoring enough. The Fool for another hung man is what dreams are made of. So right now we have 3 kings that we really want. I'll go ahead and play this stone card. I'll put a chariot on you. We'll go ahead and play these 2. We have the whole deck out at this point. I really don't need trading card. I'll be looking to replace it. We'll be playing these 4. And we'll throw away the 6. Go ahead and ship this. $127,000. So we have enough scoring to get through ante 8. Photograph, definitely one of the ways to get scoring, especially if you can get a hanging Chad. I am going to replace Mystic Summit with Photograph. And because our 4 of a kinds are at 13 molt, it's basically the same thing, except with a Chad or a red seal, we can get even more out of Photograph than we were getting out of Mystic Summit. Midas Mask is wonderful, but at this point, I think I have my kings enhanced in the way that I so wish. So there's nothing really to do there. Rocket Money. We'll go ahead and sell Train Card for Chaos Clown for a free reroll. I'm going to open up this Jumbo Arcana. I will take $12 because I would love one more reroll. Golden Ticket could be pretty great. Could be another form of money. And hopefully we get a Mars card. Perfect. We do want to be building towards Pluto's at some point here, but for now, Mars is totally fine. We'll get rid of you. A hung man. Deck is looking mighty thin. It has gone on a fab diet. We got rid of these 2 and these. Beautiful. We are gonna Temperance. We have 1 Jack remaining. We actually get more money. No, we don't, because of Mime. I was gonna say we get more money out of playing the gold seals, but because we have Mime, that's not the case. It just doesn't feel as bad to play them. I'm gonna go ahead and gold this ace, and then we'll play these 4. We'll go ahead and ship it. $243,000. Beautiful. And actually, another thing Photograph does is because it's doing times mult in my hand, our chariots are worth a lot more. So that's why that hand scored so much more. Add a gold card. Add a chariot. Here's the Chad, so I now don't need the family. We'll actually get more out of this combination, especially with a gold card in the front. Hallucination, not interested. So this is almost like a mini version of like the idle sock and buskin build that I was alluding to earlier. And you can go ahead and see that on display in a second here. You want king still? How about I give you a quick little full house? Actually, this might win because of Photograph, so I'm gonna discard that. Discard all you. All right. You are gonna become a gold card. You are going to become a chariot. We're going to drop you. This queen will become glass. You and you. You and you. Yeah. Ship that. Beautiful. These 2 become kings. We'll go ahead and there's just a stone card left in the deck. So what I'm going to do is play this gold first, then you, and then this chariot. We're gonna go ahead and ship this, and this should give us lots of money for a gold seal, gold king between Chad and golden ticket here. Let's see how much it helps. It does hurt our 4 of a kind a little, but I'm fine. 73,000. So playing the cherry definitely hurt that hand a little bit, but if you times this by 2.25, which is two 1.5s, pretty solid score. All right, telescope. We've actually played high card the most, and I do want to see high cards in my future planet pack, so definitely taking that. We would have taken it regardless, but it's even better. Let's go ahead and open this Arcana. Let's go ahead and kill the 9 and 4, and we'll strengthen the 2 jacks. At this point, we hopefully get some deaths and just want to add cards to our deck, but we'll choose what cards we add. I'll take that glass jack. All right. Looking good. Not incredible, but looking good. DNA could be our solution here. I'll go ahead and replace mail and rebate with it. Go next. In terms of adding cards to the deck that we want to see. I do want to see more gold seal kings. So let's make a copy. And we get lots of money out of it, which is real nice. Heck, that almost won because of the chariots. So now we're moving towards the part of the game where high card is probably better for us than anything else. We will discard 1 purple. We get another chariot. We'll put it on you. We still have a few purple seals in the deck. So I'm going to get rid of this, this, and this. We're going to play this as a discard to hopefully get a purple seal out. Yeah, I was hoping it didn't win. There we go. We found a purple seal. Discard me. I will make 2 of those kings I red seal in the hearts, since I don't want them to be all the same suit, because I'm not going after the idol. I'm going after Baron Mime, and I don't want 1 suit debuff boss to debuff all my kings. That's kind of the thought process there. I'm going to go ahead and play this king because it's the best one to Chad. And let's see if we win. Well, we will win with high card for sure. Let's just see how many points we score. So we have 32k right now. Sorry, should have moved my mouse. Not very much because we only had 2 chariots. We're going to need a few more chariots in hand if we want to do something. Alright, re-roll me a tiny bit more. Do I need Luchador? No repeat hand types is fine. One thing that's also going to massively improve our scoring here is leveling up that said high card. Giving that base molt a little bit of a jolt, if you will. See if we can find a king to add. Queen's close to a king. We'll do that. And 1 more reroll. Ah, beautiful strength. Just what I wanted to see. Go next. Come here. We are going to strengthen these 2 queens. We'll get rid of this 10 in the stone card. I will go ahead and we are going to copy the red seal king. 23,000. We're gonna drop this and this. Get another chariot. Beautiful. Have a few more purple seals. I think we can drop you, and you. There we go. We get the purple seals out. We get another gold card to make. And at this point, I think I will play this jack. If it breaks, not the end of the world. Gives me $9 extra here. It did break, but that's totally fine. Building up the economy quite a bit. Reroll, reroll. I should have picked up that tarot card. All right. We're blocking all these tarot cards. Hopefully we get something like a hermit, a death. We got both a hermit and a death. I will go ahead and make another chariot. We don't have Baron yet, so we do need the cards to be sealed to get some scoring out of them. Love to make them all gold right now, but that's just not a solution. Again, no repeat hand types. Shouldn't really be a problem. We do need to just be careful with our DNA. And probably, ideally, DNA something that will just win right away. Sell you. We're going to get rid of you, and you all. We have a few chariots here. Get rid of this again. We'll drop you. We got a temperance. Alright. This is going to be close to winning. I hope it wins. If not, we could go with the 4 of a kind route. Yes, it does indeed win. 119,000. Beautiful. Really like to level up our high card. Got a couple plant packs to do exactly that. Because a telescope, it will always be high card in here, or a Pluto to level up high card, that is. And we're getting it higher, and it's going to exponentially increase our score at first because A, we need some chips and we need some base more. A justice is never bad to get us out of a pinch. Gift card, really good. I am going to sell golden ticket, which is providing quite a bit of money, but gift card's important to give temperance value to our mime and other cards. Sock and Buskin, not quite for our specific run, but a good joker for these types of things. 300,000 for the boss blind. Almost a little scary. I'm not going to say it is scary, but it's almost a little scary. Get rid of judgment here. We are going to drop these two. We are going to... I want to copy a red Steel King this round. Perfect. Let's go ahead and Magician you two. We're going to go ahead and play this. And this is going to win. Would love Blueprint, Brainstorm, and Baron. Those are the 3 jokers right now that we're really looking for. We will take this voucher, but I think I'm going to wait till the end. Just not to harm any temperance value out of this round. Oh, Melon Rebate is back. It is rather nice. The photo Chad is needed for now. It won't be needed that long term. I think I'll skip for now. It'll come back around. It is a common after all. A death is great. We're going to death this Red Seal Steel. Grab a Celestial pack. Level up high card again. Reroll one more time. Okay, we're good. Go next. Get rid of this, and this. A Hungman, I don't really think we have much to delete anymore. We have a 6 and a 10 at some point, I guess, to take care of. I will copy a gold card this time around. Maybe this gold card. And we're gonna ship it. Alright, 678,000. We're in a really good spot. Even without 3 times 2s, we're pretty solid. 4 times 2s maybe. So it's close to being able to get rid of them. Chariot is what the doctor ordered. Check these standard packs. Maybe a Polychrome King or something would be cool. It's just hyper specific. No, all good. Golden ticket is back. We are going to grab this voucher. We are going to go next. Very large blind. We will be able to handle it. We'll get rid of, well, trait you. We're gonna get rid of you, you, and you. Sell the sun. We'll go and hang that. Not you. Discard you. We'll go ahead and play the Steel King to make a copy of it. Beautiful. 1,000,000 points. And you're seeing the scaling start to happen. It will really expedite when we get a Baron, because now every single one of those re-triggers you're seeing with the red seal and the mime will now get 2 times 1.5, so which really makes a massive difference. Almost clicked new run. That would have been catastrophic. Go endless. Tarot voucher, I'm excited to see, but I really want to find my jokers first. So we're going to keep re-rolling. Open up this Arcana pack. We get a death. Great. Get more money. Burglar is not interesting for us right now, but there are some cool things you could do with Burglar in the Serpent specifically. Let's go ahead and cryptid some kings. So now we're really filling our deck out with all the kings that we would want. Hermit. Get some of that reroll money back. Go next. I think at this point we're gonna use our discards to look for the purple seals. All the red seal stuff can stay in hand. There we go. We got one of them. We will make a copy of the gold card. Yeah, the gold card. So with 4 steel cards in hand, we score 2 million. That's just a good mental note to have. Reroll me. Egg. I think I'm ready to get rid of the Chad in the photograph. So I'll add the egg. Luchador is not needed. But thank you for offering Luchador. Polychrome 8. Polychromes aren't that important when you're playing Baron Mime because it's just an extra 1.5. It's just like the most efficient of the efficient. I'm actually not going to add it. If it was a face card, any face card, King, Queen, Jack, I would have. But at this point, it's not super necessary. In fact, I might be wasting money by even opening those if that's the only thing that will get me to buy a card. Let's go next. So we are going to get a little bit less scoring. We have to be cognizant of that. Maybe need one more steel card out. Get rid of the priestess. Get rid of the empress. All right. Perfect. We will death this. We'll make a copy of the gold card. And 6 kings in hand should be much more than enough. We're at 5 million there. We're probably good off DNA as well. So Blueprint, Brainstorm, even Troubadour. We're absolutely open to. Yes, we lose a hand, but that hand size will give us plenty of money. Chad is back. Said put me in, coach. Trading card is back. While we thank you for your early services trading card, we no longer need you. Obelisk. Shout out to the one chatter in my stream today that just kept yelling about Obelisk the entire time. And this is why we like gift card. We're at $29 of temperance value already, and that is hopefully just going to scale higher and higher. we will do it with the steel cards. More money. They do say more problems, but right now I don't think we have any problems. All right, go next. DNA actually can help you score when you're doing Bear in Mind because it expands your hand size if you have a blueprint or brainstorm to make multiple copies of a certain card. We will get rid of you. Chariot. We are going to make one of the spades a chariot so we can start copying that. I think we'll get rid of the glass. We're not too concerned off of it anymore. Or on it, excuse me, anymore. Alright. Let's go ahead and make a copy of the steel spade. Thanks to Troubadour, not only is our scoring getting higher, but we're going to get a lot more money out of these gold seals. Alright. Now it's all about finding the right jokers. Baron, Mime, Blueprint, Brainstorm. And finding those jokers will be key. Double tags are nice for voucher skips, to see more vouchers. I don't think I need it right this second. I will use another Temperance though. Gives me another 37 doll hairs. I'm not going to grab the Planet Merchant because I'm not planning on playing this run to like Ante 20 or something like that. Otherwise I would just grab every single one. But if my goal is really just beat Ante 12, then I feel pretty okay with not having the Planet Merchant kind of clog up my shop. We also don't have overstock, which is a little brutal. All right, go next. Come here. This queen can copy you. We're going to get rid of you, you, and you. Hermit me, $20 is $20. All right, we'll make another copy of the spade red seal stone king. Again, this way that the spade debuff blind doesn't kill us and the heart debuff blind doesn't kill us, especially since we don't have a way to reroll reliably the boss yet. And we can see with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steel cards, we scored about 1.6 million. Again, like I said, if we can just find a little bit more technology, that will grow exponentially. Steel Joker is nice. Negative banner? Sure. It's not too intriguing, but it's kind of like one of those things, why not? We will death the jack to a king. We'll add a purple seal to you since you don't have a seal in the moment. Grab another Pluto. We're now at level 11. We'll go next. We will discard you two, you and you. We will strength you. We are going to play the gold red seal heart. Ship it. That was not enough, so we need some more steel cards. I am going to toss these away and look for them. We'll go ahead and play this high card. And that should be enough. Again, one Blueprint Brainstorm or Bearing should be enough. However, worst case scenario, if we don't find them, you still will be able to see us pass Ante 12, hopefully, in this run, unless we get a pretty stinky boss. Because we do have the technology with the hand size to do it. Do I need a strength for anything? I do not. Oh, If you guys heard that, that is my dog Juicy Couture going crazy on a toy. Whoa! If my camera wasn't mounted right now, I would definitely show everybody. Hi, Juicy. Alright, we're going to go next. Sorry, she is cracking me up. We're gonna get rid of the star. We're gonna get rid of you, and yeah, that's good. Alright, get rid of you and you. Just gonna devil you. Sure, we'll hit a wheel. Why not? Alright, copy the steel. This will be way more than enough points. But at this point, I'm getting a little concerned about Baron, Brainstorm, Blueprint not showing up, but that's 22 million right there. Cash out, and you'll see that now we need to get 7 million. So again, the scaling is fast and it is furious. We will make another steel card. Actually, we'll do that. No, that'll be the only thing we do anyway. And then we'll skip. Reroll. Take the devil. 4.8 from Steel Joker is nice, but there's nothing I want to get rid of right now. Mail-in rebate is really nice for money. I do think in this case we will get rid of the egg. I know Banner's now not going to do anything for us, but it's really okay. I'll live. Leveling up high card and going next. So, we'll make you gold. We are going to get rid of all of these and a fifth one to get maximal mail-in rebate value. We're going to sell this. This is a good hand to see kind of where our current scoring is at, so I'm gonna leverage it for that reason. Although we really should be getting the money. All right. We'll do one more. All right. Now that's good. We will go ahead here. All right, 107 million. And we can do better still. Excuse me as I blow my nose. Because, oh my god, there's the Baron. I was gonna say because we get more steals out, but now we don't need the steals. Now we're in a terrific place in the game. I will get rid of the gift card. We're going to add the Baron. We're going to add a Fool. We're going to definitely add a Death. I'm gonna open up this Arcana pack. Now we can go back to all gold cards because Baron is going to basically make these chariots for us anyway. So we're gonna come here. We're gonna Death that. We're going to Fool. I think we'll get rid of the Hung Man because we don't need it for anything. And we'll come here. Very nice to find the Baron. Now it is the hunt for Blueprint, Brainstorm, and you can kind of see the build truly come together. Okay. So you are now going to be able to see the raw power of Baron and Mime and the whole shebang. So we'll go ahead and use a Death here. I am going to discard all three of you. We're going to copy a Heart King with DNA being copied by Brainstorm to give us extra hand size. And this is without Brainstorm copying either of our scoring jokers. And just watch how the points rack up. And this is how you play the end game. So we'll go ahead and also, fun little tidbit, the ending scoring when Mime kind of hits on all those gold cards is separate. So you can move Mime for Brainstorm to copy it to get even more money. I forgot to do that. But we'll play through Ante 12 just so you can see us go all the way through. And maybe the boss will be tough. We do have the reroll. But I think it might be cool to see us attempt that. Let's see if we can get a blueprint just to go real crazy. Nah, never lucky. All right, get rid of you, get rid of you. We will copy this. Get rid of that and that. Get a hermit. We'll go ahead and copy. All right, now that we did that, I'm going to move Mime. So now, this is a Joker order for the post-scoring portion of the game. And you'll see Brainstorm will now copy Mime and score our gold cards even more to give us even more economy. It is a fun little tidbit that can be very, very powerful. We're scoring 2.54 e to the 12, so that means 2.5 or 2.5 with... Basically, there's 12 zeros after the 2, but the integers will be 2, 5, 4, 9, and then, you know, the zeros. Sorry, I explained that truly probably as badly as one can. But here's the big jump. We are now in that 300 million. Oh my gosh, this is a ton of points. How in the world does anyone beat this? And this is one of the two ways you can approach it. We'll go ahead and take our temperance. Give us a little bit more reroll money for a blueprint. We'll take another temperance to give us a little bit more reroll money for our blueprint. Well, Emperor, never lucky. A polychrome egg is kind of sick. All right, let's beat Ante 12 together. I don't think there's too much to do. Let's go ahead and copy this. We'll move Mime at the end. With this many kings in hand, we are in no fear of dying anytime soon. We're even going to get some extra chips from Banner. Which, I mean, 90 extra chips is a little bit like 1.7 to our score, so not bad. And maybe what I'll do is I'll save this, and if you all are interested in the comments to see this run continue, I'll upload a part 2 kind of later in the week on maybe a Friday where usually the view count isn't as high. It's kind of like, in my experience, has been the worst day to upload, but it's really good for stuff like this. That's kind of part 2 continuation videos for those who really want to see something in action. Go next. Go here. Get rid of you, and you. We'll copy this. Make sure it's brainstormed. Put Mime at the end. And this is not me trying to brag, because you all saw the how to win a gold stake tutorial video that took me a couple tries to implement my tips in a way that ended with a victory. This was the first attempt, and I do think I'm going to be trying Dr. Spector's Balatro University graduation test, which includes 4 things: Jokerless challenge, a gold stake win, a speed run under 12 minutes on white stake, and then scoring E20 on white stake. I do think scoring E20 for me is the easiest thing to do. I think I can do it almost every single run. I do mess up from time to time, but if that is just the only goal, I usually feel pretty comfortable doing it. I would rate it out of those 4 challenges, which are kind of the 4 categories of challenging Balatro, in my opinion: high scores, speed runs, high stakes, and then Jokerless. I do think it is the easiest, and you know, it's a lot of fun to make the big number. But what I'm trying to say is you can reliably use these strategies in your game to get where you want to get. Once in a while, of course, you are going to run into a seed that just is not giving you Baron or Mime. We've spent all the way to Ante 17 with quite a bit of money not finding a Baron. It happens. It's not impossible. But again, those runs are kind of few and far between. Most of the time, it's kind of going to eventually get to this, especially if you can get that economy going. And I feel like I kind of messed up early on, and it was an example of me being overzealous. And that one spectral pack that I was like, let me open it, sent me back a couple of antes, and we maybe would have been already at this point earlier in the game if it wasn't for that. But that is going to wrap it up for this video. That is Balatro endgame strategies. That is how you beat Ante 12, score, get your score into the East, get a high score, unlock Stuntman if that's what your goal is. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one very soon.